I am one of the developers for the Arcanus line, and I'm also lovingly known as Stat Monkey because I'm usually doing all the stats. Small gaming company based out of Miami, Florida. We have several products, 2 main campaigns, Witch Hunter campaign and the Living Arcanus campaign, which are some of the largest shared campaigns in the world right now. The shared campaigns are played by players from Miami, Florida to California, New York. We have players that come here from Australia actually for our main events. We pride ourselves more on story than rules. Our Witch Hunter campaign has its own individual rules, but our Arcanus game is 3.5 OGL. And we pride ourselves on the in-depth storytelling behind the rules. Like, there are no rules we've added to the game that don't have a story element to them. Actually, the thing about our living campaign is that we allow players to change the actual game rules. We've had players throw curveballs at us that they've changed entire subplots we had in mind. Like we had, for example, we had a reunification of the church with an aspect of the church that was expelled in mind as a storyline. Well, the characters got together and in one LARP did it themselves. We have LARPs, we have battle interactives, which are multiple players on, basically, imagine a room, 80 tables, everybody's playing a part of the same battle at once. You can also play a table of 6. There's different events, different types of events in the campaign. There's normal tabletop events, which is you order the adventure from us, download it from our website, run it for your friends. There is the special LARPs, and then the battle interactives that only happen at big conventions. We combine all of it together to tell one really in-depth story. Witch Hunter are one game that we did from beginning to end, rule systems, everything. Was in development for a better part of a year and a half. And then there was another half a year of playtesting, and then it was out. About 2 years from conception to writing the first and second versions, and then playtesting and final. If somebody wants to make their own role-playing game system, be forewarned, it's a lot more complicated than you think. When we jumped into Witch Hunter, we thought it was going to be a lot easier than we thought. And then little things kept popping up in playtesting especially, and it was like, it's a lot harder than you would first imagine. But it's extremely rewarding. When you actually see people playing your game, it's amazing. And the last thing about a game system is nothing without a good story behind it. GURPS is the only exception to that you can play almost any rules storyline, any story with it because it's so generic. But for example, like some games like Deadlands, the system is tied directly to the story, so you feel the game as you play. That is one of the biggest things I see that you should think of if you're going to make a game. We are always looking for new writers. We're always looking for up-and-coming writers with talent. We're always looking for artists. Actually, a lot of the writers we have that did our books are players from the Living campaign that got so involved in the story that they wanted to write for us. One of our bigger books, one of our hardcover books actually is written completely by a player. If you're a writer and you want to try to get involved in RPG writing, the best thing to do is get some writing samples and shoot off emails, stories, and if you have like a rule system that you may have worked up, that actually is better to pitch face to face. For writing samples, as in short stories, as in maybe like something you may have, let's say you wrote a PDF product with somebody, or wrote your own little PDF product, that's a good idea to send in, stuff like that.